4.
Doesn't he do the numbers?
Williams.
Are we on? We're on. Good morning. We're back in our normal set. Actually, our improved set for the last night.
Day 7, last day.
Yeah, the last day.
Full day.
Excuse me. But William, just pan around real quickly, if you don't mind. Show our audience. All of our viewers actually showed up to see the. There they are. These are all of our viewers, and some guests that we can look forward to on the show. All right. And it pans back. There we go. There they are again. They're lovely. They're lovely. We thank them very much for watching. But if they're here, that means that nobody's actually watching. So,
Mate, I think that you don't understand how many people love this show. They live for it. They live for it.
I think they're going to live without it starting tomorrow. They're going to be fine without it. But maybe they'll come back next year and we'll be able to do it all over again.
I dare say we will.
So
Episode 37.
All the shows on DVD.
Yeah, I think we do have shows on DVD. I think you can actually see some of our past shows on YouTube. I actually looked one of them up. It had like 4 views. But listen,
it's a quality product. It is a quality product.
Speaking of quality products, allow me to start with this. People have asked me, what the hell is this thing? It was left on your bed last night, and Scott Pedersen, our producer, wanted me to open it on camera to show you that if you open it up, this is your t-shirt. And this is something, by the way, that you will not be seeing for a long time, which you're probably happy about.
Another year.
This is really not I mean, I think we can live without this for a while, too, don't you think?
Well, obviously people can't because they've signed up again to come with us from
That's
Copenhagen.
a whole year from now. But here is your t-shirt.
I mean, this is lovely.
And it looks a little funny when it comes out. You think to yourself, I'm never going to wear that. But rest assured, if you just let it hang for a while, it looks like this. I'm not sure how it ends up looking like this, because this is very different from that. How does it happen? I think it just works itself out, right, Scott?
Yeah, you've got to put it in the washing machine. There's not a great deal of moisture in this by the looks of it.
But is it a quality shirt? I think it's quality.
Mate, it's a quality garment. Let me tell you. It's heavy cotton. It's heavy cotton.
Heavy cotton? It says heavy cotton?
It's active wear. It's active wear. You can get active in it. It's tear away. I don't even know what that means. It's made in Haiti. I mean, this is...
It's not made in Haiti. Is it made in Haiti?
Yeah, no, that's confirmed. It's a fantastic product.
It's a Gildan heavy cotton tearaway. I don't know what that means, but here, does anybody want it?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Woo!
These people are hard up, let me tell you. Okay, so listen, let's just start the show by acknowledging what happened last night. I want to say thank you to Greg Fillinganes and to all the artists and musicians and singers on this ship for, I thought it was perhaps our best all-star show of all time.
Yeah!
Remember the time, an all-star tribute to Michael Jackson. Of course, Michael Jackson music, you can't really go wrong. Did you like the show?
I love the show.
Yeah, did you see twice? Or?
I saw it twice, yeah. Once was not enough.
It was, we had, I can tell you that the artist, we were a little nervous for the first show, because trying to put something together in that short period of time and have it come off. It actually came off, I think, better than most of us thought it would, but we were kind of nervous the first time. And then once you do it, and then you can do a second show, everybody was more relaxed. The second show was really a lot of fun for us. And I would like to, we have a wonderful guest who really turned it out last night at the show, and I think a lot of people, there's a lot of memories from this last week.
Absolutely.
But I think what he did on stage last night will be very memorable for me, and I think for a lot of our guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our first guest, Marcus Anderson. Marcus, come right in. So how did, I mean, first of all, that was amazing.
Oh, thank you so much, Dave. I'm still in my Michael forms.
How did you learn how to do that?
I studied Michael, at a very young age, the age of 4 or 5. And my mom would just put on like these concerts, James Brown, Jackie Wilson, and like Michael Jackson just really grabbed my attention. So I used to grab my penny loafers and put them on with my white socks and pull up my pants and just slide around the floor, scuffing up the floor, making my mom mad, moonwalking all over the place. And it just went from there, and I just started studying more and more dancers and more videos.
Were you able to figure it out on your own? You didn't have any tutor or dance instructor?
It was just self-taught. Yeah, I just studied, video and rewind. How did he do that? Rewind. And then when he did a Oprah special, I don't know if you remember, a while back he did an Oprah special, and he kind of broke down like the fundamentals of it, and that really helped me, with the whole gliding and the moonwalking and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's how he does it. Yeah. So that really helped. And then I just kind of took it a step further, and I thought maybe I could choreograph some dances for people. So I started doing that in high school and did it in college, and I'm doing it for myself now.
He impressed so many people. I think there was a lot of people that were familiar with Marcus's music on this cruise, but there were a lot of people that had never seen you or hadn't heard about you, just being honest.
Yeah.
And I think people leave this ship having become a huge fan of yours. You're one of them.
I am. First day sail away. I hadn't even seen the moonwalk yet.
Yeah.
I was pumped.
That took it over the top.
It did. Oh, it did. It was massive. And the hat into the crowd.
Yeah.
The hat into the crowd.
And then asking for the hat back.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't throw a hat into the audience and say, "Please, can I have it back?" Somebody felt very lucky.
Yeah, well, I like to give luck, then take it away.
Yeah.
But we got a couple of more shows. I didn't know if we had extra hats, so I just, figured, hey, the least I could do is ask.
And both shows, people were very nice.
You asked
They were
for your
very nice.
50 euro back.
Yeah,
I did ask for my 50 euro back.
But let me tell you, DK, the biggest thing for me with Marcus, I wasn't too familiar with him before the cruise either. And I had done some research, just to get to know him a bit better and his artistry. But the biggest thing was, from the very, first day, how great a guy he was. And I knew he was going to fit straight into our, the way we do things here so well. So it wasn't so much the moonwalk, even though I was super impressed with that, or, his artistry on the sax, but just the guy he was, that was the biggest thing for me, because I knew he was going to slide in very nicely.
And you just never know when you have new artists that haven't been on a cruise before.
Yeah.
You never know, because it's a lot of work for the artists, and it's a lot of running around, and it's going from there to the crow's nest to the Queen's Lounge to the dining room. And then, did you have any, over the last 7 days, did you have any sort of relaxation time, or you kind of a little?
I've been relaxing the
angry with
whole
me?
time. This isn't work for me. This is fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you've been working your tail off.
Well, I've been funning my tail off.
Funning my tail off.
Funning my tail off. Yeah, playing music, it never seemed like work to me. The moment that it feels like work, I think I should probably, hang it up.
Yeah.
This is always fun.
He was in a Superman pajama outfit a couple of nights ago.
I missed that.
Yeah, I have a Superman onesie I got for the cruise.
Superman onesie.
Yeah, I do. I'm a big Superman fan, so I have about 7 Superman shirts with me, one for every day of the week.
Who doesn't?
And then I have the Superman onesie, just it's easy to put on, you can wear nothing under it and just.
There's a lot of information right now on our morning show.
Sorry, no
It's
one
okay.
will know.
Well, people are still in their pajamas anyway. So
Yeah,
it's a good
so-
Put
this
it
is
on
perfect.
and come back.
You think you should go back, put it on?
Put it on, come
Go to
back.
his cabin? I have to tell you too that your playing really impressed me too. I'm just and your whole the dancing and the playing. If you saw one of Marcus's shows, he likes to incorporate all of it. So it's a total entertainment package, and you get a lot going on in your life, and I'm really impressed. I'm really grateful to you for showing up in such a big way, and I hope you had a great time.
I did. Thank you. I just want to make you proud. I want to make everybody
You made
else happy.
me proud. Proud?
And,
Unbelievably.
yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Very excited. Thank you for exposing me to so many new people, so many new friends. This is all family now.
And the name of the new album, Limited Edition.
Limited edition. Yes.
And you did a limited edition show.
I
and,
did.
You live where? In North Carolina,
Yeah,
right?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
And so are you going to be out across the U.S. doing some shows? So
Yeah,
people can come see you?
Stockton, California, Napa Valley Jazz Festival, Jacksonville, Florida, Colorado at the Soul Dove.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I'm just kind of jumping around here and there.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward
We
to
love
seeing
his
you.
coffee too, Dave. We love
Oh,
his
that's
coffee.
right.
Yeah.
And coffee.
And coffee.
Did you taste it?
I have tasted. He sent me a whole bunch of
It was
coffee.
Yeah.
so good this morning.
You went to see his show this
Well,
morning?
listen,
Yeah.
Wow.
I get around.
That's my sister right over there.
RKW.
Sister and brother-in-law, Roberta, Pat Wilson.
I only generally drink espresso. I loved your coffee.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was
There you go.
rich and delicious.
Rich and delicious, Roberta says.
Rich.
Can you hear them, William? Oh, you can hear them. Okay, great. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dave.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about it for Marcus Hamilton?
Great time, mate.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
He's cool, man. Did you see that
Cool as ice.
the crotch grab last night in the show? Like he did that whole thing like that. I don't know. It doesn't look like that. It looked better than that. I can't do it. As I
didn't
said
look
in the
much.
show,
Wow.
it's
I mean,
like
that
when you're a
was great.
Jew, you just can't grab your crotch in the same way. It just doesn't look right. You know? Can you do it? Yeah, you. I'm talking to you.
No.
Just come over here and see. Just try. Do it. Try it.
What?
Try it.
Why do you do this?
No, I don't know actually. Am I doing that? I feel like I'm gonna hurt myself. So you don't do this. You just
I think you just
grab it.
do
How do you do it?
Nicely done.
Come over here and show us how to do it. The three of us.
Well, you can't be afraid of your crotch. You just gotta go for
I'm
it.
very afraid. I'm very afraid of my crotch.
Is there any,
It's like something's hot in your hand. It's like, and you just throw it down and just grab it. It's the cupping motion. The two fingers like.
two?
Yeah.
Cupping. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mike.
You're welcome.
This may be too much start. It's a good start. We can work on this.
Not pretty for our viewers. I'm terribly sorry about that. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Lington. Michael Lington, you were fantastic in the All-Star show. You
I
were
love that
great.
song so much.
The Girl Is Mine with Joey.
Yep.
And you are doing a big show this morning. This is a big. This
Yeah,
is your
this
show
is my
at the pool.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
We're just making a party out of it. That's all, you know. And looking forward to it. I pretty much have my whole band here on the cruise, so it's we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think there might be a couple of surprise guests.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's at the Seaview Pool, right?
That's right.
Seaview Pool. I never.
I know,
7 days. I still can't
You've
say it.
struggled with this all week.
Seaview Pool. You got to go slow on that, William. It's a very, very slow process on that one.
Yeah.
And can you?
10:30.
10:30
Yep,
a.m.
that's
Can you
right.
give us any ideas on who might come? You don't?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Well, Candy said she would come by.
Really?
And, yeah. And Rick Marcellus in the band, so he's got a couple of little things up his sleeve. So we, you know.
And what was the highlight of the cruise for you so far? Do you have a?
Well,
those are nice shoes.
thank
Look at
you.
those.
Oh, look
shoes.
at those kicks.
First time I'm wearing them actually, so thanks for noticing.
Fantastic. What
They're
size are they?
incredible kicks.
What size are they?
They're a 13. I think.
A 13.
No, they're 10.
That
He's
whole crotch-
overshot that.
crotch-
Should we get a confirmation on 13? That's just for the cameras. I've got a feeling.
Camera ass 10.
I exaggerated just a little bit. Yeah.
They're a 6.5.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Metric.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot what we were talking about. The shoes?
Highlight for you?
Oh, highlight. Well, I always have fun doing my luck with you.
Oh,
I really do. That is so much fun. And I've been telling everybody, people thought it was, our whole thing is great. And I said, Dave and I are really, really great friends. Been for many years, and we are, for the first 3 minute and 45 second of My Love, until that very last note, and then we were enemies.
That's
there.
right.
And
Competition to the end.
That's right.
Bitter.
I mean, if you could see the way he looks at me, unbelievable.
Well, I know what
I'm
you're
gonna
thinking.
get you. I know what you're
I
thinking.
know what you're
I know,
thinking.
I know. But he
You're
has
thinking
no,
this is the one. I'm going to do
Right.
it. And I'm thinking,
by the
this
way,
is
you
the
have
one.
no
I'm
tell.
going to do it.
You have no tell.
What do you mean no tell?
You have no tell, so I can't tell when you're running on air.
Really?
Yeah,
I can't tell from you either.
you can't.
It's a battle to
That's
the
good.
end.
Okay.
Do you even know what we're talking about?
Well, we do, right?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We know what we're talking about. This is
I
like
know it's
musician
up
speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, against
Anyway,
each other,
but it's
that's right.
serious business when it comes to that. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun.
It is.
No matter who wins. And you've won some, I've won some.
That's
You've won
true.
more than I've won.
I don't know. Is that
It's
is
yeah,
that what it is?
I think it's a little
Okay.
lopsided, but
we
it's
should
okay.
keep a
Tally.
Yeah,
A
we should
tally.
keep a tally. Yeah.
From now on, we will.
Do you have any questions for Michael Linton?
Well,
Link
where do we
toes.
begin?
Link toes.
Link toes, yeah.
Clintos.
I do have permission to call him Clintos.
Clintos.
Yeah. So.
So
That's pretty good.
We've got some nicknames going on between the two of us, but no, look, I'm really what I'm excited about. I mean, I love Link Toes. You know, that,
I
you
do.
know, he's an old
That's
mate
very
of mine,
obvious.
and I'm very happy when he comes on the cruises. But what I'm really excited about is the man from Copenhagen kicking off next year for us.
It's right there.
Right.
That's it. Michael Linton will be. I was thinking that maybe you should be on night one, since we're going to be sailing away from your hometown,
Right.
Copenhagen. Actually, was it you who said? No, somebody else said that you know the Prince of Denmark, the Crown Prince.
Well,
He's your
performed
friend?
Well, I wouldn't say he's my friend, but I performed.
Can
at
you
his
invite him on the
wedding.
cruise?
I'll
can he come?
invite the Queen. And,
I would
and
give-
I'll invite everybody. You
I
think-
would give them my cabin. I'm never in it anyway.
Okay.
This is
I'll see what I can do.
cabin
yeah.
fit for a queen.
Yeah.
No laughs.
Let's invite him and see what happens.
So, what do you think? Can we?
I say let's invite him and see what happens.
Okay.
It might be an entourage of 1,500 people. I don't.
Security.
Yeah, and
Well, if they're all going to pay, that's
handlers.
great.
They're paying customers, great.
Bigger boat.
Yeah.
No, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
And for those, we have a lot of guests that are going to
Right.
be coming back next year. What
Right.
can you give them? Give them a little
Well, I mean-
taste of Copenhagen. What can they look forward to in a year from now?
Do you remember when you called me about what I thought about going out of Copenhagen? You remember
Yeah.
what you said?
Of course. I was no.
Well, you said, what do you think about going out of Copenhagen? I said, well, from a job security standpoint, I think it's a great idea. No, but it's actually pretty cool that we get to go back to my home city and start the journey from there. And we got to think about what we can do before we leave, and maybe there's some things we can do in Copenhagen. Such a great city, and I have. I was born and raised there and have so many friends and connections there that maybe we can do some very exclusive kind of stuff.
See, I think you should start thinking about that
Yeah,
now.
I already have.
He was in the boy band as a kid.
Tivoli
boy band.
Boys Guard.
Yeah, in Tivoli Gardens, which is world famous. It's one of the biggest attractions
Right.
in Copenhagen.
That's right. Yeah.
So maybe we can do something at Tivoli Gardens.
There's a lot of people don't realize this, but back in the late 40s and early 50s, Walt Disney would go to the Tivoli Gardens and get his idea for Disneyland from
Wow.
the Tivoli Gardens. So it's a very historic place. My grandfather was also the band leader over there for 16 years. So there's a lot
Grandfather.
of yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. So a lot of history there.
Yeah.
Oh, we're very much looking forward to next year in
Yes,
Copenhagen.
very much, yeah.
And it wouldn't be the same without you here on this one in Venice and Beyond, and certainly for next year. Ladies and gentlemen, how about it? Neither of us are lactose intolerant.
No, absolutely not.
Very, very.
I can tolerate Linktos all day long.
He's so great. You know what? The funny thing is that we're going out of his hometown. I know
Right.
what you're thinking. I can feel you. I'm talking to Michael, and I can feel what you're saying to me.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Tell me.
What is your hometown?
Sydney, Australia.
Sydney, Australia. How great would it be to cruise out of Sydney?
Look, I mean, I am totally biased, but I will say that without doubt, the Sydney Sailaway is the top sailaway in the world. The Harbour Bridge, the Opera House. It's a city, where the ocean almost runs right up to the buildings. It's it's still my favourite place in the world, and after all these years. So look, I mean, maybe one day
No,
we're
we'll see.
seeing the world together through music.
That's right.
So we're going to go. Go
One
there
day
eventually.
we will go out of there.
Yeah.
Because I love Sydney, Australia. You guys like Sydney, Australia?
Yeah, mate.
right. So let's talk a little bit. Oh, I want to say a couple things about the generosity of our guests here, because the Starlight Children's Foundation, we conducted a silent auction over the last couple of days, and I was truly humbled and extremely happy about the results of our auction. Due to the generosity of you, our beloved guests, we raised almost $90,000.
Incredible.
And that's from people that have already paid a lot of money to come on a cruise, and flights and hotels and drinks in the bar and everything. And so I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away to think that we raised $90,000, and the money is still trickling in. Some gentleman came up to me today who wants to buy another special Vincent Ingala in-home concert, and I think that went for $5,000.
Wow.
$5,000, and he said he would match that. So that means that we're over $90,000.
Wow.
So I think that we'll. Hey Nick, how are you, buddy?
How you doing?
Nick, come over here for 1 second. This is Nick. This is Big Nick. Nick, great to see you.
It's nice to be in Wells Fargo. Bank account, sir.
Nick, really briefly, Nick, I've never seen you so fancy dressed up.
Yeah,
Nick is
thank you.
part of our crew, and this guy right over here, Kevin, come over here for a second.
Kevin! Come on, sit right in, baby.
I just want to say a big thank you. Kevin was hugely responsible. Kevin was hugely responsible with Janice De La Cruz, who's my wonderful assistant and great friend. They put the whole Starlight thing together, and so I just want to say thank you very much. And to Nick and all of the incredible, we're talking about unbelievable crew that work so hard and tirelessly. This guy right over here, come on over here. That's right, you, Brian Foisey. Brian Foisey is the head of production. He runs the whole show, all of the stages, all of the music, all the production that you see around the ship. It's all due to this guy right over here. And incredible talent.
Yes.
Scott, since you're here, you might as well come over here. Scott, is he coming? He's not coming.
The squirrel!
He's camera shy. He's camera shy. Very camera shy. But on behalf of all of us, thank you, and will you please pass along our thanks to the entire crew?
I will.
You're going to do that.
I
Gary
will.
Zugel, and all of the guys, the Moose, of course, and Dave
course.
Kuhn, and
Omar, Josh.
Omar, Josh, or Jomar as we like to call them. And we got Woody right over here. Woody, come on over.
Woody Dunwoody.
We got Daniel Scheinman right over here. You can pan around so they don't have to come. That's Woody. Daniel Scheinman. We've got Victoria, who's our office manager and has done an incredible job. And we've got Mary. Mary, if you've seen me this week, you know Mary. You know Mary. Is Katie still here? Is Katie still here?
No.
Katie went to bed. Smart. And then this is Christy Conaway, who's been an invaluable help. We've got Mark Graham, my manager back there. A big thank you to Cameron Smith, who's been amazing this whole week. My very dear friend and agent, Jim Gosnell. All right, back to me, William. All right. Thank you all very, very, very much.
Come here, buddy.
Oh, thank you so much. I think Nick's going to go home and watch this. I think
Oh,
he's
no doubt.
watching it all day long.
That's his TV debut. I mean,
Debut?
what did you guys say? Debut? Is that what you're saying?
Debut?
Debut.
It's like the Sea View pool. Try that with me.
Sea View. I've never had a problem.
Oh,
with
that's right. Because you're so good. Anyway, a big thank you to everybody for your donations for Starlight. We are very, very, very happy. It's beyond. I want to bring on our friends because we have a big event that's happening this morning. Where is that happening? Is that in the main stage?
Tell me what the event is, and I
thought you memorized this. It's this one right here.
Oh, the Gong Show.
The Gong Show at Sea, plus a week in review.
It is in the main stage.
And we in the main stage at 10 a.m. and we have the host of the Gong Show, which is Q Barris.
Hey!
Q Barris.
Sorry I'm late. I was reading a new book called Zero Gravity. I just couldn't put it down.
Zero Gravity, that's right. And are there any truth to the rumors that you also are CIA operative? Can't say.
Maybe.
It's amazing how much you look like the real Chuck Barris.
I got a great new song idea for you. It goes like this. Are Baltics dangerous? Is that why you're going like this?
What are you talking about?
We've reached a new low.
This is a total new low, only to be supplanted by this.
I want to introduce my new friend. Everybody knows him. The Unknown Comic.
The Unknown Comic. So great to see you. Get your bag a little bit straighter.
Thank you.
Come sit down, Unknown Comic.
Thank you.
What can we expect? Because people are very confused about the Gong Show. What can people expect?
Well, it's gonna be crazy. It's a tough day.
show.
I'm just gonna tell you all right now. It's a tough day for me. I caught my wife in the sack with another man.
No.
And it makes me. I'm telling you, I'm having. It's making me very sad.
We're trying to get people to come to your show. So I don't know.
It's Tuesday morning. We call it the Fox Hunt. All ladies free.
It's Monday morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for the Unknown Comic and Q Barris. Trust me, it's going to be better than this. It's going to be better than this. Trust me. It's going to be very, very funny. I hope you didn't. Oh, you didn't ruin your tuxedo, did you? I don't think he did. It's a rental. Yeah, what are they going to do? I think Aubrey Logan is in that show.
It's a very tough one for me to answer because I've wondered about this ever since we put it into the program. And our producer Scott tried to explain it to me last week and said, "Of course you've seen the Gong Show." I said, "How would I have seen the Gong Show?" He said it was on every afternoon in the 80s.
Well, you don't know about it?
Well,
He's in Australia.
yeah.
Oh, but I wonder. I mean,
We had 4 channels till I was 30 in Australia. You know,
wow.
we've only just got pay TV there where...
yeah, Chuck Barris actually passed away just not too recently.
I heard that, yeah. Q Barris explained that to me.
Yeah. But he was totally. Q was channeling Chuck Barris.
Oh,
there for a second.
absolutely.
Very nice. Very nice. And the Unknown Comic, I have no idea who that guy is. Absolutely not. It's just can't possibly tell.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But his eyes
Any
look
thoughts?
familiar. His eyes look very familiar. Very familiar to me. It's going to come to me later. This afternoon sometime. That's at 10 o'clock today. And there's a hair of the dog party because everybody stayed out late. Oh, at the gambling last night.
Yeah.
The gambling was...
How'd you go?
Well, I did pretty well, and then I took over for Mindy because
Right.
Mindy was the dealer, and then she
was killing us.
She was killing us. So I said, "Well, Mindy, you take my money and you sit and play, and I'll deal." And it was not bad. Did everybody? Most people did okay.
I cleaned up.
It was not that bad. Anyway, so we start things off with the Hair of the Dog Party. We got the Gong Show going on at 10 o'clock. Michael Lington, who has been talked about his show called Foreign Affair with the LA Collective. That's at the Sea View Pool at
nice
10:30 a.m. Justin Hopkins and Dylan Chambers have another show in the Ocean Bar, 10:30 a.m. And then this should be an interesting thing. We've gotten a lot of questions about the future of jazz radio and jazz in general. So Pat Prescott's going to moderate a Millennial Music Summit on the future of jazz, which I think will be very informative. If you've got questions about jazz in your city and clubs and radio stations, this is the place to get some questions answered. And I do want to say that Adam Hawley and Aubrey Logan and Vincent Ingala, Patrick Bradley, new artists on the scene that have really broken through in
And
the last
Marcus
few
Anderson
years.
as well, who just taught us how to two-finger Grab our crutch.
Yeah. What was that move?
That's my move.
Work on that one. Yeah, and Q will be there, and Jim Gosnell, who's been my agent for over 25 years. Will be there to talk about what we can expect, and especially from an artist perspective, how artists can break through in this new millennium, because it's not easy. And guys like Adam and Marcus really have forged their own path, because it's really like the Wild Wild West. The way that we did it, and when I was coming up, we got signed to record labels, and
So it's like a John Wayne film or something, is what you're saying.
maybe not quite like that.
Okay.
But show up at 11 a.m. and you'll find out what it's all about. That's in the Crow's Nest, 11 a.m. And then I'm very excited about this. We got a Sax by the Pool show by our surprise special guest, Mindy Aber. She finally gets a chance to let loose, and she's going to do it, and she's going to do it at the pool.
It's a beautiful play on words, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Isn't it?
Sax by the pool.
It is. I think I might have. Did you come up with that?
If I did, I'm sure you claimed it.
I did. That's what I do. That's going to be a great show. We love having Mindy on board always. That's at 12 noon at the Seaview Pool.
That's 2 in a row for you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you very much.
Santorini Soul at the... You want to go for 3 or...
Seaview Pool
There we
at
go.
4 p.m. By the way, we're in Ravenna this afternoon. We get there at around 12.
Well, in the program it's 1, but Captain Mark Rowley, what a skipper.
Captain Mark.
That's what I
Big
want to
round of
say.
applause. Thank you to Captain Mark and all of his staff and the incredible Holland America staff for the last 7 days. And Mark Pelz,
Pelzy.
a hotel director who's really gone above and beyond with his staff to make this week quite possibly our best cruise ever.
I've absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much, Mark. Thank you, Holland America. I would like to thank my cabin steward, Dewa, and Agung. Those are 2 guys that clean up after your mess. So I would like to especially thank those guys. And our cabin stewards, you know, they're so great. And all the people who serve drinks, what are they called?
People who serve drinks.
Yes,
the
that's
waiters
right.
and waitresses.
They are fantastic. All the people, all of the fine folks who work in the dining room, who are so great, the dining room staff, and
Yes.
who else am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anybody? Do you guys want to?
Laundry,
Yeah, the laundry, and the
tender drivers.
tender drivers. Thank you.
The
The
cappuccino makers.
The cappuccino
Yes.
makers.
The baristas.
The baristas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
The deck staff, they're pretty important. They're driving the ship around.
William, you should
So-
hand down.
Next up, Spargatini at Sea, where you can have a glass of bubbly with Aubrey Logan. And Aubrey is a bubbly girl.
She is a very bubbly girl, and she's done an incredible job this last week.
And then Joey Diggs, Sounds of Philadelphia in the Ocean Bar. I'm going to intro this, and maybe not a lot of people know, but I have a big connection to Philly, of course. With,
That's right.
My wife coming out of Philly, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Ollie Silk, he's been everywhere this week. He asked me to introduce him today as the most handsome man on the ship. I did it.
And you did that?
Oh, I did it, yeah.
Did he pay you at all?
Not at
Not
all.
sure.
No.
Chance Howard, by the way, who's been a phenomenal asset to us this last week. Candy Dulfer, they're sort of attached at the hip. They're best friends. Chance Howard is such a talented guy, an incredibly great keyboardist, singer, and also there are a few people as funky as Chance. He's finally getting his chance to do his own show, and that's going to also be at the Seaview Pool, 5 to 6:30 p.m. It's called the San Marino Sunset Jam as we leave the Ravenna, San Marino area and head back to Venice. That's going to be a great one.
And then we've got a bit of a time change. So, well, no. Hold on. A time change to our shows this evening because our shows are going on a little earlier. So 6 p.m. for our guests with Silver Sea cruise cards. Hold on.
You're a little...
Back to my old tricks.
Okay. Let me take care of this. Tonight...
I'll be fine now.
Oh, okay, great.
I'll be fine now. Guest with Silver Cruise cards. We've got a celebration of Al Jarreau, who was our special guest who unfortunately has passed in the last couple of months, and then followed by Kenny Lattimore and the Motown legend Valerie Simpson.
It's going to be a great last night show. I'm really so excited about that. Chris Walker, who was Al Jarreau's right-hand man, has put together a beautiful celebration of Al's life together with Brian Foisey, and I think it's going to be a really special show to salute Al and his legacy the best way that we know how to.
And that's 6 p.m. for silver and 8:30 p.m. for gold.
And of course, Kenny Lattimore, who tore it up last night with Rock With You, and Valerie Simpson, who took everybody's breath away last night with He's Out of My Life, her take on Michael's She's Out of My Life. These two artists are at the top of their game, and they are going to be doing an incredible show to send us home with. And that's going to be, again, 6 o'clock and 8:30 p.m.
In the All-Star show, I almost felt that Kenny was just for Mother's Day. You know, he came out, you know, he's all moving around. I saw him at the toga party the night before. I was embarrassed to be at the toga party with him.
Why?
Because he comes out, he's got, guns,
He's
he's all
built.
fit, it looks great. And then at the All-Star show, just comes out, Rock With You. I mean...
I was talking about it with Marcus. We were on the side of the stage, and we were talking about, why, what is it about him? And Marcus said, the guy has just got charisma. He just can't not be great. Anytime that he walks out and entertains, he just owns it so big, and it's undeniable.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
He's incredible. So Kenny Lattimore, Valerie Simpson tonight after the celebration of
Our crotch grabber,
Marcus Anderson is going to be doing a show.
7 p.m. Ocean Bar.
Adam Hawley is doing a show tonight at 7:30 p.m. at Billboard On Board.
Then Craving for Copenhagen Dance Party with DJ Will Real Soul. Ooh, it's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. Imagine if DJ Will Real Soul played at the Seaview Pool.
I wouldn't.
That'd be a
I'd stay
tough
away.
one. I know you
I'd
would.
stay away completely.
I know you would.
But the fun event of our last night is always our get together with Q. This is the Last Call Cocktails. This is going to be a Billboard On Board. So we're just going to be gathering there. If you can't find a way to go to bed and pack your bags and get to sleep, and you really want to just savor that last little drop of this cruise, that's where most of the artists will be hanging out at Billboard On Board.
And there is a slight change in our programming as well, which you will be able to find in the where and when tomorrow, and that's the 2 pianos, 4 hands, which we have in our souvenir program right here. That is going to be changed to an all-crew sing-along with Justin Hopkins. Justin's going to play some of the great sing-along songs of all time, so we can get there and have a few drinks, celebrate our week together, and sing along to some great songs.
Now, before we do should we do our these last few things? We just want to acknowledge some of our people that are celebrating on our last day.
Aaron Smith celebrating his 18th year wedding anniversary.
18th wedding anniversary.
Hey, sorry, no.
With probably Mrs. Smith.
Mrs. Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Chris Puyot, I think, or Puyot. First birthday for their daughter, Hannah. She's the youngest cruiser on the Voyage. I've seen Hannah.
So have I.
And she is awesome. So happy first birthday to Hannah.
Nancy Diaz celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday to you, Nancy.
The Robertsons are celebrating their 24th wedding
And
anniversary.
I actually know
Frederica?
Frederica, I do, because they asked me about, give me some nicknames.
Oh, really?
So I've given Frederica Fred. Pretty creative.
That's really good.
And
you worked all night on that one.
Frederica's husband, and this is not unusual in Australia, but I don't actually know his first name. I just call him Robbo, because his name's Robertson.
Robbo.
So
Robbo. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like
I
that.
walked back from Santorini with them, and I've got no idea of his first name. Great guy, though. From Vancouver.
Oh, very nice. Happy second anniversary to the Spancers, Enadina and her husband. Happy anniversary.
And Susan Oliver celebrating her birthday on board with us this week. Happy birthday to you, Susan.
40th wedding anniversary for Marilyn and Telfer Human. And a 62nd birthday for Telfer, and also Telfer's retirement. These people are very busy on this cruise. Lots to celebrate.
Zara Dar celebrating her husband's 70th birthday, and this trip was actually a surprise for Taher, I believe it is. Yeah. So
Happy 70th birthday,
imagine
buddy.
that. Imagine getting this as a surprise.
Well, I hope it would be a nice surprise.
It'd be incredible.
I hope so. Paul Hooton will be celebrating his wife's Jill's 60th birthday, so happy 60th to Jill.
Michael Puyot.
Oh, yeah, we talked about... Chris Puyot is the wife of Michael. Their 35th wedding anniversary
That's right.
and their first birthday of the granddaughter.
So
Wait a
Michael's
minute, no.
the grandfather.
But we need like a family tree here to figure this whole thing out. So Michael Puyot is the father of Chris Puyot, the grandfather of Hannah. Okay, we figured it out. All is okay. Okay, congratulations. That's a very nice thing.
And Janet Reynolds celebrating her divorce.
That would be weird if that was the last one, wouldn't it? We might as well end on a high note with Joy Nicholas celebrating a wedding anniversary. Doesn't say how many, but we want to wish the Nicholases a very happy anniversary. And to all of our guests, allow me to take just a moment here to say how grateful I am to all of you for entrusting us with this last week of your life. You could pick any place in the world it's your vacation.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere and be with anybody, and the fact that you chose our cruise and with us to be here means the world to me personally. And I hope that when you look back on this week, you look back and it brings a smile on your face. We created what I'm most proud of this cruise. The music will kind of wash over, and we may not remember the performances or the crotch grabs or the, those things. But hopefully you remember the feeling that you had while you were on this ship for the last week. And that's what we hope to send you away with as a little nugget in your heart, and that you can spread that same feeling in your own world, in your own life, because that's really what life is about. On this ship is everybody. It's a melting pot. We've got every ethnicity, we've got every age group, we've got gays, straights, Democrats, Republicans,
Grays.
We've got people who are gray, we've got people who die.
Take it easy.
And yet everybody.
But we've all got the same culture. That's I think
Yeah.
this ship has its own culture. It's an incredible thing, and I think you're exactly right. The concerts, these are all incredible events, but the most amazing thing to me is, especially in the world we live in today, where there's so much uncertainty in our everyday lives, where we can come here for a week and we're all on the same page and we all have such a great time together and bond together. I mean, it's an incredible place to be for these 7 days.
It reminds me of Suzanne, the opera singer, who won So You Think You Can Jam. She blew us all away, and she will be on the main stage tonight. She will be the first artist up tonight, and she deserves to be. She's not a professional, but she sounds as good as any opera singer I've heard. And she said it best. She said, a woman from Sweden, and when she was on stage, she said, Ronnie asked, like, what do you take away from this trip? And she said, if the Cause Cruise was a country, I would want to live there. That's where I would want to live. That's such a beautiful thing to say. And
What would the currency look like?
It would look like
Would like a $5 bill be like the DK with the mullet? The $100 bill would be,
I have a feeling that this thing would be on there somewhere. This thing, but listen, thank you so much for creating that country, that feeling that is unlike any other place on the planet, and we're just the entertainment. We are just the people that are here to entertain you. It's the guests that create the vibe, the whole feeling, and I will say without question, this is the best group of guests we've ever had on any Cause cruise. So I just want to say again, on behalf of all the artists, the musicians, the crew, and Holland America, Flying Dutchman Travel, and our audience here this evening, to all of you, our beloved guests, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
And finally, mate, I just want to say a big thanks to you, because you're our leader out here, and for me, you know how much I love you and I respect you, and you've played a big part in my life, in tough times in my life, great times in my life. But for me, I can tell you, you are the most generous person I've ever met. And I don't mean, you know, taking us out for dinner and that sort of stuff, but I mean, you actually give us so much of yourself. You know, you're so generous in giving yourself to us. And that to me is the essence of this cruise. You know, you can have the events, you can have the great places we go to, but really it's the people. The people make this cruise. The people make the Dave Cos and Friends cruise.
Yeah.
And, you know, I look forward to every single one of these we do.
Yeah, well, you were an absolutely. I get choked up if I think about ever mounting one of these cruises without this guy. Of course, the only word that he remembers is.
Mate, look, that's an interesting choice of words, and a beautiful choice of words.
You are, Pete, one of the greats, one of the all-time greats, and I'm proud to say, not my partner, but one of the best partners I could ever have in my lifetime.
Thanks, man. I love you.
Thank you, Pete Klingman. Thank you for this. We wish you a wonderful day in Ravenna. This is a beautiful Italian port. Go and have some beautiful wine and some great food, and look around and see some great things, and then come back and we have a fantastic last night all planned for you here on the Westerdam. For all of us here in the morning show, we wish you a beautiful last day at sea in Ravenna, and then at sea again. And this is, I guess this is goodbye, right?
It's goodbye till Copenhagen. We look
right.
forward to seeing you there.
Safe travels, Tom, and thank you so much.